Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Opiniated pilot. Back here again at Route 66, like you can see behind me. This is Route 66 Part 2, like I had promised you all before. Had any of you all seen the first part of Route 66? The first part, we covered the burgers and the chicken wings here. Today, we are going to cover something else. You have to wait and watch. And also, we get into a freewheeling conversation with the owner and chef of Route 66, Savio. Savio is an interesting personality. The conversation will be fun. Wait and watch. Follow me. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as promised, I'm in conversation with Zav Snor. Zav, apart from being a good friend of mine, also owns Route 66, and he's the man behind the food. He's been a chef for donkey's years, like forever now, and he's a local Goan boy, and we don't have a lot of local people getting into the restaurant business here in Goa. I know it sounds like, oh, what the hell you're talking about? Yeah, but that's the truth. Very few local people are entrepreneurs here or who get into the food business. Zav is one of the exceptions. So Zav, I mean, what made you come back to Goa?
First thing, welcome to Route 66, Captain.
Thanks.
Glad to have you here after a while. Now back to your question. You said, why did I come to Goa?
Come back to Goa, yeah.
Come back to Goa. A calling within. It was time after all these years of being all over the place, all over different countries, to come give this state, this country something that what I'd honed my skills all over. And I, of course, being a Goan, coming to Goa and eating around, and I never found a meal that when people said this is European food, or even if it was Indian food or Goan food, there was always something amiss.
Okay.
The touch of a chef also is a skill of the chef that is shown in the food.
Correct.
So yeah, that's what the whole idea was. It's been 11, 12 years now, is it 12 years? And here I am.
So 12 years with Route 66 now? 12 years.
Not 12 years in Goa.
Yeah.
Full time. Route 66 in 2014.
Yeah, so 2014, so this place has been around now for nearly 8 years if you count 2014, and so this is the 8th year running, which is a long time for a place to run, especially in a place like Goa, because we have a lot of fly-by-night operators here. You come here one season, the next season you may not find the person.
Of course. That's how it goes. That's how we roll. So just going back to again history and years, I opened a restaurant in Wagator called, which is still with me. It's called Tintin Gastro Bar, and that has been the mothership of all the work that I do for all the restaurants. So far it's 2, but maybe in the future if we expand even more, and that would still be the mothership.
I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure. And tell me one thing, Saab. How would you define your cuisine here? If you were to define your cuisine here, what would you define your cuisine like?
I would define it as, of course, it's American, so it's I would say hardcore American. And what I mean by hardcore American doesn't mean like whatever you see on the channels and how they show their food, of course that's their culture. And many people try to emulate that in their menus by watching TV shows like Fox Travel, XYZ and everything else. But are they really skilled to do that? And are you learning from YouTube? No, here it doesn't happen that way. There's a lot of effort that goes. A piece of meat just doesn't go into a pot to cook or on a grill to cook.
Correct.
So it's a long process with everything. You don't buy your meat today and you don't cook it today. It's a process that we follow. We follow natural processes called aging, dry aging and wet aging. That's why the steaks in this house are brilliant. Same goes to our pork ribs. The same goes even to our burgers. Our burgers have been very popular. A lot of people, I think every menu has got a burger all over the country.
Correct.
Or everywhere else we travel.
And burgers are becoming very, very common too,
and
right?
It's been common.
A lot of startup
It's like never dying
Correct.
dish, or a product. It will never die. Everyone loves the meat between two buns. So it's been a very big success. But to get that right, I don't think a lot of people have understood why they don't get it right.
Yeah, very few people actually get a burger right the way it is supposed to be, and especially the American way. So what I have ordered for today is, the last time around, like I mentioned before, we did the burgers. So today I have ordered for a tequila chicken. I've ordered for the pork ribs. He makes the most awesome pork ribs ever. I can vouch for that. No doubts about that. And with that, I have ordered for a pizza. I am not a pizza guy. I'm not a big fan of pizza. For me, a good pizza is just crust, good crust, mozzarella and olives, period. But the pizza I've ordered for today is called a Sexmex. And it's one of the best pizzas you can lay your hands on, I promise you that. Sav is going to tell you about Sexmex. Can you explain to them what is Sexmex?
This is a pizza that is not heard of anywhere. It is just some creation, a random creation by me. I wanted to create a pizza with barbecue sauce, with cheese, with meat on it. And it started off by doing a barbecue chicken pizza and was a great success. And I wanted some meat on it. I wanted meat, saying meat, I wanted pork, I wanted beef, as chili con carne, I wanted pepperoni on it, I wanted to give some crunch to it, with the sauce being barbecue sauce and the regular tomato sauce that we used. And then I realized after the first bite, I do have a crunch at the bottom of the base. Our bases are all thin crust. Classic New York style pizza. When I say classic New York style pizza, is that you should feel the crackle. If you don't feel the edge crackling, then it is not a New York pizza.
So when the pizza comes, if the edge does not crackle, I will tell you it does not crackle. I'm brutal. Saab knows that. I'm absolutely brutal. When this show goes on and more people get to know me, believe me, a lot of people will be kicking me out of their places because I'm not easy to deal with. I can really be a pain where it hurts. I'm a perfectionist. I cook myself. So and
yes, to bring that over there, sorry to cut in, Captain. He does cook very well. I've been at his home many times. He has bought tiffins of food for me, and we have enjoyed his cooked meals like crazy. And I'm sure he's going to tell you more.
So, because I cook, I have a particular standard set. I think everything has to be of a particular standard, and like I keep saying, good food is about balance. If the balance is right, everything is perfect. The balance goes out, it's a mess. It's a total mess. And with Saab, over the years, he's been very, very consistent. Very, very consistent. So if there's one place you think you still need to improve on or do something better, what would that be?
See, what I'm doing right now is that we have been following the culture, the American culture, as a diner concept. This is very much of an American diner. Okay? But I bought in a lot of pasta and I bought a lot of other cultures as well. The menu has got a little bit expanded, and this menu has been running since 2014 with some add-ons to it as well. So now the changes, when you say what I'm going to change, this time I'm going to go for a 360-degree turn. And I am changing the menu, and I'm bringing in a culture of America that has, I would say, is the new look of America. Is not only the hamburger today, and we're not going to stay as a diner all our lives, and not a steakhouse all our lives.
Correct.
And I want to bring in the next culture of America in, and that is the part of me, because me who has traveled over there, been there, seen it, done it, and having this repertoire of knowledge, I want to give you the third version of Route 66.
The third version of Route 66
is going to be soon.
It'll be soon perhaps, but you reckon all the favorites will remain like the chicken wings, the burgers,
Yes,
some of the burgers.
the challenge, that's where the challenge is. The chicken wings, which we call the drums of hell, they taste like heaven, burns like hell.
Yeah, tastes like heaven, burns like hell.
So
but I
all these
reviewed that
tags.
for you guys the last time. Fantastic chicken wings.
So
you come here,
there
you
is
have
quite a
to
lot
ask
of
for
things
that.
that people's favorite. But again, if I'm going to stay with everyone's favorite, they're not going to make new favorites. So it's going to fade away at one time. And I like things when they fade away, they don't stay permanently in life. I think restaurants stay stuck and glued the same way all their life. And I think I got one life and I got a lot more to give. So people will walk in, those dishes may not be on the menu, but you can ask our service team and we will give it to you till it fades away.
Some of his dishes will not fade away, especially the ones I'm reviewing. Come, eat that here. You'll be happy, I promise you that. And I'm going to have this pizza now maybe after a couple of years. So I'll tell you if he's still as consistent or, he's like...
That really is something. I've got...
Gone downhill, we'll be brutally honest. That's what I'm all about. Keep watching. The Tequila chicken. Let's hear it.
Hey friends, good evening. This is your garlic cheese bread. And here is the grilled tequila marinated chicken. So the things about this dish is the garlic cheese bread is a homemade bread. This is a garlic bread. We put a homemade garlic butter and we season it with some Cajun spice on top so we can flavor.
Correct.
What happens with the tequila chicken? Now, this chicken is a half of a chicken and sits in a marination of 12 hours with spices and of course some tequila inside, named after it. And when you order this dish, you also get a shot of tequila. Let me go to the bar and get you one. Here is your tequila shot. There you go. Enjoy your meal. Cheers.
So we have the tequila shot here. I'm not much of a drinker. I hardly drink. There was a time when I would drink a lot, but I'm in my mid-40s now. I've calmed down in life. But just because Zav is here, and this is the tequila chicken, and I am here in Goa, and I'm doing not much tomorrow, nothing of real significance tomorrow. I'll have a shot. There are a lot of times I like my glass brimmed instead of the salt over here. But for that, I need to tell them in advance and stuff like that. I don't have the time for that. Anytime over you're here in Route 66, ask for the tequila. This comes free. Don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. There's no free lunches in life. Now let me tell you about the chicken. Very nice. Perfectly balanced. Not chewy. Is the meat falling off the bone? No, it is not falling off the bone. That's primarily because this is not a roasted chicken, correct, sir?
Yeah, it's not roasted. I won't say use the word roasted. I would say braised. When you braise, it falls off the bone. When it is roasted, it should stick to the bone. Otherwise, it would just any cooking more than this would make the chicken very dry. So chicken has to stay moist. And that's what it is. You have to taste the flavors.
Very nice, moist. Very nice. Very nice. Ask for this whenever you're here. You'll not regret it. And as for the garlic bread, he makes one of the best garlic breads I have eaten anywhere. No jokes about it. The bread is soft, fresh, just the right amount of cheese and just the right amount of the bread being garlicky, not overwhelming. A lot of places you go to, garlic bread for them means oodles of garlic, oodles of cheese, and bad bread. So, not the case here. Absolutely the way good garlic bread is supposed to be. Ask for it when you're here, you'll not regret it.
inside again. So this is your Sexmex pizza. And this is your quarter portion of a rib.
Hickory barbecue.
Focus.
Not hickory actually. Bourbon.
Alright, so the main course is here. So we have the bourbon barbecued pork ribs over here. I hope you guys can hear me. There's some noise with the music around, but that's fine. We'll try and put it up for you as the video goes along. So the bourbon barbecued pork ribs looks nice, looks yum. I really love this over here. And the Sexmex pizza. This is what the Sexmex looks like. The Sexmex looks sexy.
You want to start with the pizza?
Nah, I'm going to start with this. Start with the meat.
Alright.
Can you just cut it out for me?
Sure.
I'm at an awkward angle.
This is when you see the pork.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
This really falls off the bones, believe me. It's gone.
See this?
Check that out. That's the way this is supposed to be. And it's perfectly balanced. It's not too sweet like certain barbecues can be. It is absolutely perfectly balanced and it is not spicy at all. A lot of people make the mistake of making this dish spicy to cater to palates, but that's not the right way of actually going around it. If you're making something which is the bourbon barbecue thing, which barbecued sauce, there's no space actually for the dish to be hot as in spicy hot. Very nice. And fried potato wedges with this, corn on the cob, some vegetables which I'm not interested in right now. I generally have my vegetables when I have to, but with this meal, no. I'm going to eat this.
So it's called bourbon because there's whiskey in the barbecue sauce.
So there's whiskey in the barbecue sauce for all of you all who want to know. American whiskey. Bourbon is American whiskey. This is so good. Very, very, very nicely done. You know, he makes a lot of good things, but this is one of the best things he makes. You know, the rest, whatever he says he makes good is, you know, his take on it. My take on this is absolutely awesome. One of the best I've had anywhere in the world. No jokes.
I'm going to tell you to do something now, is to make your hands a little bit messy. If you could take 2 fingers and just pinch the sauce. Okay? Pinch the sauce.
He wants me to pinch the sauce.
Yeah, pinch the sauce.
Yeah.
And do that. You see the lacquer of the sauce on the meat?
Yeah.
It's just not glazed with barbecue sauce and baked in the oven. Let it sit in the oven at a very low temperature and let the barbecue sauce become a lacquer like a paint. Feel that? It sticks on, it's gooey.
Yep, he's right about that. Now let's move to the pizza. There we go.
And I'm gonna give you on the inside plate.
Yep.
Yeah. There.
Yeah. talked about the crackle beforehand, whether there'll be a crackle on this or not. There's a lot of crackle. I hope you can hear the crackle. Crackles. Totally love this. One of the best pizzas ever. I'm from a person who's not a pizza fan. Very nice. Waiting for the check to come. There you go. Check. Okay, here we go. So you saw how much you ordered for that meal is good enough for 2 to 3 people, depending on people's appetite, but definitely good enough for 3 people. 3 people can easily eat that. So all of that without alcohol, without dessert, how much did we pay? We paid 2,347. There you go. With that. Thank you. There we go. So that was an awesome meal of tequila chicken, garlic bread, the pork ribs, and the Sexmex pizza. So Zav over here makes awesome dessert too, really good desserts. But like I keep harping on the fact, sugar kills. Sugar kills more people in a year than terrorism does. You can actually do a Google on that. What he does really well over here is the whiskey truffle cake and the cheesecake. These two things are really fast moving and people love it over here. What do I like over here? I love the New York cheesecake. Yep. So if you come here, you have a sweet tooth, please go ahead. But do it in moderation. Like I keep saying, sugar kills, and that's one of the reasons you'll never see me doing dessert on my shows. I have lost a lot of my family to diabetes and addiction to sugar basically. So please do keep watching us. We are really dependent on you to support us. We really hope you're liking the work we are doing. Do like, subscribe and share, and we will keep coming back to you with as much good stuff as we can. As I keep saying, stay healthy physically and mentally. Stay well informed. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to other people. And never give up. We'll see you around. Hasta la vista.